afternoon, YouTubers. Okay, so a little bit late on the video. So I'm going to put weeks 22 and 23 together because they pretty much were the same. And I'm actually 24 weeks today. So, yeah. So 22 weeks and 23 weeks were mainly discomforting more than anything. Lots of back pain, lots of pelvic pain, lots of my ligaments just shifting and moving and pulling. So had to go to the doctors a few times. Went to the hospital back in, I think it's week 22, last checkup that I did, but my last video that I did, and had an infection. The infection is gone now. And then for about 4 or 5 days after the infection had gone in week 22, I was walking around and started getting cramps. And then the cramps got worse and it almost felt like period pains, but really tense, like really severe. I had to curl up in a ball and just sort of try and breathe through it. And just I was a bit worried, scared really. So managed to get a doctor's appointment, and the doctor told me that they were just ligament pains, and that he even took his wife to the hospital to casualty because she was in so much pain. She was worried that something was really wrong. But then after their first pregnancy, they realised that you expect to feel pain. Pregnancy is not comfortable. It is not fun and fluffy and lovely, or not most of the time, or not all the time, shall I say. Most of the time, especially now I'm getting towards the 3rd trimester, so the end of the pregnancy, the pain is starting to come out because of the baby size. So baby is getting bigger. Baby is so week 23, baby is 11.5 inches long from head to toe, which is roughly the size of a large mango or a pomegranate, so pretty big. And the baby also weighs 1.1 pounds or 1.5 pounds, is it? 1.5 pounds now. So making progress. The things that are the most like fun, shocking really, is that I'll be sat at home, and when my partner comes in, or even if we're sat there in silence, and then when we start talking, and especially when my partner starts talking and he's quite loud, the baby starts reacting, the baby starts kicking. So the baby's been doing this for a little while, but the last sort of week or two it's been a lot more stronger. So that's been really, really cute. And then now, instead of me saying, oh, the baby's kicking, the baby's awake, instead of my partner trying to put his hands on my belly and trying to really concentrate, now he talks to my belly, sticks his head on my belly, and usually gets kicked in the face in response. So this morning he got kicked in the face about 6 or 7 times. You could just feel the baby just duffing him in the face. So we know that our daughters can have a little bit of attitude, or a bit of spunk, which is a good thing, we think. So what else? Heartburn. I've been getting a lot of heartburn, a lot more gassy, and needed to pee more. So now, every night, without fail, toilet trips. So you're trying to drink as much as you can because you're trying to stay hydrated all the time. And I feel dehydrated. My lips are cracked. I've actually hurt my lips because I yawned this morning. My lips were so dry it cracked open the side of my mouth, so I've like split my lip. And I've got dry skin patches on me, which I've never had before. So I'm drinking as much as I can, but of course the more you drink, the more you need to pee. So in the night, between 3 and 5, always up, having to go to the toilet. So last thing I do before I sleep is pee. First thing I do in the morning is pee, and then usually halfway through I pee as well. So a lot of peeing going on, which is well, it's you get used to it, you know, you have to do it. Yeah, the heartburn isn't fun either. It's big meals. I can't do big meals. Sometimes if I do eat, even if they're not that big, they're just normal size meals, or what most people would have as normal average plate full of food. If I bend over or I hiccup, sick will come up into my mouth and I have to swallow it. It's really not nice. It's not pleasant. And then if I don't get that, then sometimes I get heartburn, and it can be quite painful and horrible, and then I have to take a Rennies, and then usually I'm okay. So it's hot food, like spicy food usually is worse. Rich food as well, so like real rich chocolate. And what else? But just anything like that, it just brings on the heartburn, so that's not fun at all. Okay, so what I was just looking for was a tape measure, and what I'm going to do is just measure my bump, because I haven't done that yet, so I have no idea how big I am. So this is going to be a massive big shock to me. So okay, so this is my bump at the end of 23 weeks. Bump. So that's my bump so far. Okay, so let's have a look. So that is 38.5, 39 inches. So that is how big my belly is at the moment. And I think you're meant to measure also from the bottom to the top, and that should tell you something. I don't know. Got my line going here as well. The dark line started to really progress. It hasn't come up here yet, but I don't know if you can see that slight line, but it's getting darker. Also, another symptom of the bump getting bigger now is doing simple things like putting on shoes. So trying to put my shoes on and the bump gets in the way. So every time you sit down as well, instead of sitting down ladylike with your legs or knees together, majority of the time you'll find that you'll sit down, your legs open. So when you bend down, you can pick things up because your belly just gets in the way. So, pardon me, it's with anything, picking up anything, doing the washing up, doing the washing, and any, you know, my bum gets in the way of everything now. So yeah, you have to adapt, and it's going to be interesting in about a month or two when the bump really starts to stretch. So that's going to be fun. So this is the end of weeks 22 and 23. So not really an awful lot's happened. Lots of hospital visits and doctor's appointments. And trying to chill out, going for loads of walks, and doing what we can really just to pass the time, if anything. Because pregnancy is also very boring at times, especially if you're not working. So yeah, thank you ever so much for watching What's the Game, guys. Sorry it's a bit short and very basic this week, but as I said, nothing's happened. We're going to have some checkups in the next week or two, so I'll have information for you then and be able to tell you a lot more about what's going on and about the baby. But until then, thank you ever so much for watching. Please subscribe and leave any comments if you want to, and hopefully I'll speak to you all very soon. So enjoy your weekend and goodbye.